So here's a quick reminder on how to create boundaries using the Ninja GPS sprayer. The system's going to use the last nozzle that's activated. So in this case, if we have the outer 4 nozzles for the outer wing turned off, then the 5th nozzle on the boom is going to be what's going to create the line. After we get lined up on our mowing line, you want to try to choose a spot that's fairly straight where you can make an easy reconnect when you create the polygon. But the first thing you want to do is disable. We're going to disable the outer 4 nozzles by pushing the empty button on the Explorer joystick. And if you look on the screen, the bottom left nozzle positions will show green and the rest will show blue. So once we've got that set up, we're going to push function on the lower right hand side and F4, and then we're going to choose which side of the sprayer is going to be our marking point, and so we've kind of set it up for the left side, so we'll push F7. Okay, now we can drive our line and you'll see the line start to be created on the screen. When you see your starting point come up, just try to make sure you don't overrun it. Go ahead and stop right before it and push function again, F4. And now F6. You'll see that everything outside of the line now is no spray area. Everything inside the line is a spray zone. So once we've created this job, we can do two things. We can save it or we can spray it out. Now if we're going to save it to help create a map, we're going to go to Home, and then press F2 to save job. And if you hit F2 again, it'll get rid of all the existing characters, and then you can name it whatever you want. Usually you keep the name short, like G for green, and then whatever number, and then usually at the end we put a B so that we always know that that's a boundary file. If we're going to spray this job out, just make sure that you reactivate those 4 nozzles out on the boom so that all your Celotrons are activated and ready to spray. And you can simply drive off from the spray area and go back and forth across it, and it'll execute it. Now we're going to show you a little trick on how you can boundary map a small square area like a tee box. So we're going to start out from in a job, pushing function, F4, and we're going to choose our left side because we're all set up with the outer 4 nozzles turned off. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to drive one side of the tee box, in this case the left side or left line of a tee box. Stop when we get to the corner, and our rear nozzle is over the end of the edge of the tee box mowing line. We're going to push function, F4, and F4 again to pause it. Now we're simply going to drive to the other side of the tee box. So now we're lined up on the other edge of the tee box. Now if we push function, F4, you can see that the line was automatically drawn for us across the front of the tee box. Now we'll drive forward along the second edge of the tee box, and the line will be created for us here. at the edge of that end of the tee box, and now we hit function. F4. Now we're going to push F6. And if you look at, go ahead, zoom. We've created a perfectly square box. So when we pause it and resume, it'll automatically draw those lines for us that we didn't fill in.